All right. So welcome again to all the officers. I think this is the sixth OTP of this second season per se. Then once again, thank you for being so eagerly and passionately uh, learning together in the different aspects and coming to the OTP sessions of the various topics. And thank you again for really taking time this afternoon. Such a nice Sunday afternoon. I don't know where you are, but from where I'm seeing sunshine, beautiful sceneries from where I'm looking at now from my room. So thank you guys again for attending today's session. So before we start, I think let's start with a word of prayer. We want to commit our time to God as we start this learning together in this session. Let us pray. Almighty Father, we thank you once again for the past 1 week that you have been with us. You have been such a wonderful blessing to us, Lord. I thank you for your guidance in our life, each and every minute of it, for the past 1 week, for the past 1 month, for the past 1 year, and for our life till today. And Lord, as we learn together in this session today, Lord, we pray for the smoothest of all the technicalities that's involved, and pray that we have a good time of learning and improvement, and also most importantly, to be able to learn how to use the system for your glory, Lord, for your ministry, Lord, that you have entrusted us with as we get ready for next year, the year 2021, a brand new year for the BB ministry and for our life as well. We just want to submit this time unto your hand, Lord. We pray everything in the name of Jesus Christ. Amen. All right, so thank you guys once again. So today, sharing will be on the BBMS. All right, so if you are not here for the BBMS, you can feel free to stay, or you can feel free to leave the room. All right, but nonetheless, I hope that you stay lah, huh? And today, the sessions, we're gonna take it very easily and very casually. So I'm not here to so-called train you per se what is happening. I'm just sharing with you what I know about the system and how we can use it for the company level. And of course, I want to share that this system is far from being perfect. It's just starting out, and this system is only 2 years old. It's still a baby, right? So it hasn't even passed through primary 1 or kindergarten yet. So that is where all of us as the core parents of this system, your feedback is very important, because you are the one who will be using this system on the front line. So if the equipments that we provide you is malfunctioning on the front line, then you need to let us know how to improve it better. Then so that I hope that this system will bring the best benefit to the companies as well. So this session, we'll take it easy. It will be a very hands-on session. So if you are doing it from the phone, you will have a slight disadvantage, because you need to switch between the Zoom and the website, all right? But on the website, the view is still not 100% optimized, but we are getting there also already as well. So I'll encourage you to also ask questions along the way. Feel free to stop me if you have any questions that we have by typing into the chat itself, all right? Then I can stop for a while, then we talk about it, then we move on. But of course, along the way, we may encounter some bugs that I have never seen before. So do bear with me, and I'll get the programmers to sort it out in the coming weeks per se. All right, so if we are all ready, give a thumbs up, then we shall start the session already. Okay, all right, give me a minute. Okay, so today we'll be covering some of the major topics or major modules of the BBMS system. All right, so but before I go into the BBMS system, let me give a slightly the context of the BBMS system, some history, a bit of history for those who don't know about BBMS until today. Per se, you just hey, there's something like this. So the BBMS was a project started back in 2017, uh, uh, almost at the end of the year, that we started to build the first version of BBMS with just the membership database. So what you're seeing today is actually BBMS 2.0, a second version already. Since then, there has been slowly improving along the way. So the BBMS sole purpose is to support the company through the administrative, through the resources, and through the centralization of the workings and the managing of the company. So it serves one purpose, which is to help the officers and the members to have a better experience in the company itself. All right, so that is the main objective of the BBMS system. So today I'll bring you through what you have in the system. As you notice, there are many new modules that comes along the way. All right, so there is the dashboard, and the dashboard has been given a new brush over compared to the first version, if you notice. Then we are going to talk about the officer members database and how you can update that or add new members. Then we talk about squad management. So now you have the squad system for you to do things more efficiently. I'll share the reason why we have a squad management system later as we go through it. And company and state events. So you can actually organize a company event and ask your members to join. All right. Then there's the resources that we have. Most of us know already because that has been there and we have been accessing it. Then we have the parade attendance taking. Then we have the announcement, FAQ, important information, and most importantly, the e-learning, which I am very excited about the e-learning module. All right, so without further ado, we will jump over to the website itself. All right, so make sure that you have a BBMS account, and I will see you over there at the website. All right. Okay. All right. So this is the login for the BBMS account. Okay. So everyone is able to log in. Okay. So the first module that we're going to go through is the dashboard module. So once you key in, so you notice here, you can key in by email of your login or using by your IC. Okay. So for those, the older users, okay, your IC, you may key in with a dash in between. All right. You use that. But eventually we want to move towards IC with no dash, it's just full numbers. All right. The reason why we use IC is because it's more for the members rather than for the officers. Because for members, we know that there are some siblings who use their parents' email and the shared email. So we can't use email as a unique login. But for officers, it can be because all officers use one email, or some of us have more than one email even. We have multiple emails. So, but I'll encourage to use IC because there is this, you won't go wrong with the IC because you won't forget what your IC number is, correct? But you may forget what email you use for the login that you created initially. All right, so that's why we want to use IC. And I think that some people, some officers are concerned, even parents are concerned, hey, if we put our IC there, then everyone will know our IC law. But I think we will need to be very honest here. I'll say our IC number is no longer a very top secret thing that we have. every time you register for PESTA, every time you register for any other things out there, non-BB things, your IC has been circulating outside already. All right. But nonetheless, we also have put in the system as much as possible to keep the privacy within the system itself. And there will be, yeah, my Sejatra is one very good example already. But of course, we will not talk more, or not go too much deep into that. That is another point for another story for another day, lah. All right. So you can try to log in. If you can't log in, meaning that, so one of the officers mentioned that login failed, your user doesn't exist, please try again. Actually, it's because your password is wrong. So you cannot log in itself. All right, so let me quickly reset the password. So the person who messaged me is Mr. Jerry. So Mr. Jerry, you wait for a while, yeah? I reset your password. So guys, don't worry. I don't know what is your password. I can't see your password. I can only reset your password. Yeah, so okay, what? So I think that's why it's important for us to log in beforehand, so that we know that our account is be able as well. All right, give me 20 seconds. Yes, Mr. Ronald, you type your feedbacks here and everything in the chat so that I can take it as reference, because I can save it as a chat. All right. So, okay, we are back. Right. Okay, so let's log in. So in your login, you are able to see the dashboard. Okay, so dashboard now has more information than before. Okay. Okay, so in terms of Mr. Martin, a place to store and update the OTP and all that one is later on. It's not part of the function here. Okay. All right. So now to the dashboard. Here is the dashboard that you will see familiarly. All right. So if your dashboard is different, do let me know. Okay. So let's do a quick run through the whole dashboard. What does it mean? So on your left corner is the menu of all the modules that we have. Okay. But if you notice that I have more modules than you, it's because some modules are the so-called in testing modules or top secret project we are doing BBMS that I will have that you wouldn't have at the moment. Okay, so the first thing you see is the latest announcement. So if you notice that there's actually an announcement for the special awards and how the submission is. So this announcement is done by the HQ. So it will show up here as well. All right, later I will share more about the announcement function, how you can also do the same for your company. All right, and in terms of the important information, so from the top, important information is something that is important, as it says. So all the information that is vital, like the BBMS bank details and things like that, are here actually. All right. So the line is a bit lag here. Okay, so all the informations that you think that you are asking for is actually here. For example, dues payment, where do we pay the dues? Is actually here. The information is here. Okay, but let's go back to the dashboard. So on the right side is where your shortcut of your module is here. Okay, so why we do this is so that on the mobile version is simpler to see. So we have your membership, your officers, your ERS, your submission, ERS submission, your statistics, your dues. So this we are still testing. All right, so this part we are still testing. So you may see yours to be incomplete. Don't worry. Okay, so we will make it complete later on. And here is the rank and award management, where you can update the ranks. This is where you take attendance, and overall things are quite vibrant and easy to locate. All right. So now going so far, so any problem? If no problem, give a thumbs up for the dashboard. Okay, so for Jason, your blank is because the announcement doesn't include your company, Fifth Kampa, because you're a new company. I'll explain more why later. All right, but nonetheless, I will tick for you. Then you will include that already. So for Mr. Ronald, you have to have a BBMS account beforehand. So the password is there already. You should have the password already. Yeah, then okay. Okay, all right. So let's move on to officers and members update list. Okay, so here there's a two list, which is officer and members list. So officer is where the list of officer is. So the rule of the thumb now is that officers and captains are able to add officers. All right, but only a captain can be able to export the details of the officers list. All right. So the purpose is because we, in a big company whereby there are new officers and all that, we don't want anyone to be able to export the data out unless the officer has been there, or at least is the captain, which is the leader, will be able to do that. All right. So in terms of officers list, right, then one question that comes into play is, what if my officer transfer to another company? Do I need to create a new BBMS account in that company? No need. You just email me, then I can easily transfer that officer's BBMS account into the new company. So example, you have the staff sergeant in your company who's moving to maybe Sabah to study, all right, from Penang. Then you let me know, then I'll just transfer the whole system, his account, into that company itself. So the account stays with the person forever. Just the company listing change as they move around the companies. All right. Okay, so if you notice here in the officer list, there is the name, the captain, the rank, the squad, and the contact number. Okay, then there is this function whereby you can sort it by alphabetical orders, by your rank, all right, or by your status. Okay, and here you can filter by just lieutenant, active user, then you search, then you know who are your lieutenants. Just in case one day your captain, your company has over 100 officers. All right, we don't know. Okay, one day then you find trouble to search. Then you can also search those who have inactive, meaning that who was servicing as an officer. So inactive meaning those officers that you have converted into inactive, meaning that he no longer serves as any officer in any company anymore. So this is the so-called the definition of inactive. So far, so good? So far, so good, yeah? Okay. Okay, so same thing with members list. So members, it has been split into different sections. Okay, so by sections, you have senior, you have junior. Okay, same thing with the officers. You are able to edit your members details, and you can delete your members as well. But when you delete, right, it doesn't really call so-called permanently delete, okay? But in our admin side, we will still be able to find them, okay? So the question of Darren is, what if inactive officer then want to go back into different companies later on? Same thing, you can reactive them back again.
But in this case, the officer didn't inform us because he has already left for quite some time. Just that he was approached by another company to join them as an officer. So then he just went and joined them. But do we then need to do any transfer or anything like that?
If you know about them coming back, then you can tell us to do a transfer. But if you don't know, then they will accidentally create another account for that. So, but in the system, it has put in the fail-safe whereby from October onwards, there cannot be a duplicate of IC. So if there's a duplication of IC, then they will say that this IC has been used. So then the user would fall back to us and ask, hey, actually they have an account back then again. All right.
Okay.
So, yep, no problem. So same thing with editing. You can edit your officer's information, and the rule of thumb is that each officer can edit each other data for now. Okay, all right, for now, because we are just starting BBMS and we understand that we don't want too many things to fall on the captain, because captain is busy enough running the company. If the officer, the captain, everything has to go back to the captain to update even the slightest details, then it will be very difficult. But that being said, right, the editing is just purely for a password reset purposes only. Okay, but nonetheless, for the members, same thing. Any officers can edit the, the details of the members themselves. Okay, so far so good. And in terms of the export, all officers are able to export the data for now. Okay, all the officers are able to export the data, because as of this version, we are not going into the details of whereby a different authority level and things like that, because that is slightly complex to build in terms of the structure. Okay, so in terms of the June officer and member listing, is very straight and simple. It's just a matter of information only. And in case we want to contact, let's say who is the parents, the emergency contact, we are able to know what is the emergency contact. And I'll really encourage the officers and the to get members to fill in the emergency contact, because it is very important when it comes to camps and data, right? So, okay, Godfrey, later on I'll help her to settle, but in the meantime, get her to just check out this email, check out this view to follow together, all right? Okay. So far, so good with the officer and members list. Okay, go play around with it. It's fun to play to check out the new functions and all that. And one more thing is the achievement function for a member or officer. So here you see that this, you can do a record of what the members have achieved. All right, so you don't need to trace back. So let's say you are using the system starting next year as a recruit. So in 5 years down the line, all the records will be here for that particular member. All right, so it has a record of what hour it takes and what date it achieves, the basic or the advanced level. And you have noticed that there is actually a bug here, which the category is not special awards. Okay, don't worry, we have noticed that bug already. It's actually under the senior section award, just that on the back end there's some error in typing that. Okay, so that is where in terms of adding the award or update the award, there is one of the way to add the award is to just click here, add the award, what award it is, safety, all right, or you can add multiple awards at the same time, all right, by clicking shift. Okay, or you just can click like this. If you click shift, it's the same thing. So for example, you want to update the award for this member for that year. Okay, because we have award day. All right, then because different company might have different awarding giving structure. Some gives every month, some gives as it goes along the way, some gives at the end of the year. So no matter what method you use, you can update it either every time you give, all right, then you key in the date, 01, 01, 2020. Okay, this is the basic level. So we know that 1 year survey doesn't have basic level and advanced level, but the purpose, as of now, the system is built to have the simplest structure. All right, then when you submit, okay, we found a bug here again also, so never mind. 2020. Okay, we click submit. No, the award is applicable to multiple sections. All right, apply to all the sections. So officer does has awards as well. Okay, but the members cannot update their own award. All right, the members cannot update their own award. Okay, so if you see here, the award is already updated here when you click the add the award. So this is adding the members one by one. The junior members also can have award system. Yes. Okay, let's go to the junior. Okay, let's go to the junior. So junior, in my company, I have only one junior. Okay, so you can go and view. So your award system doesn't need, you don't need to go to the edit site to do the award system. Okay, which company is this? First headquarters company. Okay, so then now you don't see any awards, right? Then you can add award. So here it will show only junior awards. Okay, so let's say I want him to get a gold award. Gold award can actually. So silver award, let's say, or white award to start with. Or now you want to update Sakalegus. Okay, today, let's say 20112020. Okay. You'll notice that there will be advanced here also because this is a bug that we haven't resolved yet. So when you click submit, okay, successfully. Okay, then the achievement shows already. All right, as simple as that. Okay, so I understand for companies, for now, because you want to update very susah, but this system has this function will make it easier. You just update for one by one with the batch that I have for the moment. Okay, so but in terms of if it's different date, then you have to do it one by one, no? All right, so that is still the function still needs to be improved in that manner, lah, so to say. All right. Okay, so for now, any questions? No questions, thumbs up if everything is good. Okay, so can it generate report? No, not at the moment. For award at least. Okay, for award at least, not at the moment. Possible to upload in the result as Excel, not at the moment as well. Okay. Officer section OTP also not yet because we haven't updated the OTP into the system yet.
Hi, sorry, one more. I noticed that in the officer section, the staff sergeants are listed, but when I click the drop down for the awards, it's the officer service medals.
Yes, so that is the part that we haven't found out a solution yet as well. Okay, because technically staff sergeant is in the officer section, but the award is the senior awards lah. Okay, but in terms of the programming structure, because it's two separate lists, so that's where we are still looking for a solution for that as well. If key in wrongly, can it be removed? Cannot. So we haven't built in the delete function as well. So please key in properly before you remove it lah. Yeah, so that function haven't done it as well. Okay, like inform parents what the members have achieved. You can print screen. One of the ways that you can do for Rono is print screen. Yeah, so you can print like for example the member. Let's say the officers achieve, the members who achieve for award, you print screen of that particular screen. Then you can show it to the parents lah, per se. But of course, I find it a bit redundant, or it's just for convenience sake, because they have already achieved the physical badge that there is already. But of course, this is useful when during the CMCO time that you can share to the office, to the parents that they have achieved such badge, right? Okay, so far, okay. Okay, so this is just the function of the official and member list. So I will let you explore further as we go into, as you can play in your on your own convenience of time. Well, the info TRF is what? To transfer to one junior achieve. Yes, so you can change the rank of the member into a senior rank once they come into the senior section. So let's say I have this junior called Junior Mark, all right? Not to refers to Mark Tan, but a general Mark lah, okay? So let's say this junior has so-called upgraded to senior section, okay? So what I need to do is that in the rank here, okay, I just upgrade it to private or recruit. Okay, you have the whole range of rank in terms of the junior up to primer. So I didn't split that up. Okay, so let's say this one upgrade to recruit. Then once you click save, it will go into the senior section already. Okay, so to the officers, currently we don't upgrade to officers. Officers has to create a new account. All right. Same thing, because functionally, the programming structure, not that they don't allow them to transfer, but in terms of the database, if transfer and connecting the database is a very big, it takes a whole revamp of the programming structure, because currently for so-called safekeeping of members database is in one server. Officers database is in a separate server per se. So here you imagine BBMS is actually what we call a viewing, a client to view all database. But in terms of the database structure, it's actually a separate structure. Admin is also another server itself. So we are actually doing that to keep the so-called the safety of the data, so that the level of safety is slightly higher lah, per se.
So that means if let's say one of our sergeants becomes a staff sergeant or warrant officer, we then need to apply for a new account in the BBMS.
Create a new account in the system itself.
I see. Okay.
Yeah. So for now is that lah, and also because we also take into account of whereby, because if we move to officer, as you see the account structure and the profile, right? The profile is very slightly different, and the award recording is very different as well. So the members would so-called lost or cannot see their previous data if they want to keep it. So as for now, as a separate, so we retired the members account, then we upgrade, we add on the new officer account.
So do you recommend that we then set that members account as inactive when we create an officer's account for him?
Exactly. Yeah, there would be the better choice to go forward with.
Can we have another option like discharge or something like that? Because if we put inactive, it seems like as if that member has left the company. So because when we then pull up the inactive members list, that member would show up as an inactive member when actually he has become an officer.
Yes. Okay. So that is also we have gone into consideration. So for now, we are keeping it as 2 active and inactive first to keep it very simple, in a simple manner. But in the future, we will have the discharge inactive, or just because some things we have duplicated, it's a permanently deleted so-called system. All right.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah, but I'll suggest that, like what Andrew says, that maybe you can put a remark somewhere here in that sense. So far what I can think of, you can put a remark in this manner, whereby I'll say that maybe on a company level, we'll put as a discharge here. But what we'll do next is that we'll create a function, another field here to say that is discharged or not. Yeah, per se. Okay, so members from the school platoons also need to key in. Yes, best if you can key in even the school platoons, because the idea is that you keep all your membership database in one location. All right, so also at the same time, it encourages them to really join the Saturday parade or the Sunday full parade when opportunity comes. Yeah. Okay. So, all right. So everyone so far so good. Play around with it. If anything, you email me and let me know as well, because I think we need to move to the next module already. Okay. Can the school platoon secretary key in on behalf if he is an officer? All right. Okay, if he's an officer. Okay, so now I want to touch the last thing on the database, which is the update of the system. So there's 2 ways you can update from Excel. One is through these 2 functions here. You see the import officers. Okay, the import officers. You just download the Excel sample and you upload it back again later on. But do notice on the rank value, so 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and also the whether it's working or not working. All right, so it's very key, very important, because the system recognizes it that way. And do not upload the same Excel for officers and members jumbled together. All right, because it's 2 separate databases. So in the members one, if it's a senior section, you go to senior section and click import. Okay, click import. Okay, then the rank is different. Although it's 1, 2, 3, but the system record it differently. You download the Excel sample here is the different Excel sample. The information inside is different as well. Okay, so if you notice here, yes, you can upload few members in one Excel. You can upload as 100 over members in one Excel also can. All right, in one Excel also can. So let's say you want to import members. And the format is like this. So the Excel will come up. So you download it down and you key in. So I'll share with you one of the shortcut way that you can do and go around this. Okay. So this is how the Excel will look like. So you have the name, the gender. Okay. Please key in the typing correctly. All right, because it recognizes that. And full name, email addresses, password. You can put password for the same of everyone for your members. It's fine. Contact number, user role is member, so it detects by member or officers. Okay, so no need to change this one. It's the same. Then IC number. Okay, IC number used without the dash. Okay, do it without the dash, like this. Okay, then race. You can check out in the system. There is actually 3 main one: Chinese, Indian, indigenous, and others. Okay, so the reason for that is just for record. Religion, there is Hindu, Buddhist, Christian, and others. Okay, ranking is the where you see just now the list is the ranking, what the rank there are. Then there are other informations like date of birth, join that, and emergency contact, which is the name of the emergency person, contact, email, and relationship. All right. So father and mother, it doesn't matter because it's text, it's not preset. Okay, it's text, it's not preset. Okay. So once you key in, then you can upload it here by clicking choose file, then submit, then everything will go inside. But if there's an error in the Excel, those row that is correct, it will go into the system. Those row that is not correct, it will not go into the system. Okay. One of the trick for if let's say your company has 20 over members, one of the trick is to create a Google form. Okay. Okay, so you create a Google form. All info must key in. The ones that they show there that are the compulsory ones. Yes. But there are other informations that is not compulsory that doesn't need to key in there, like vegetarian and things like that. So it's not required there. But those in the Excel is the compulsory one. Okay. So you can create your own Google form, all right, with the same things. Let's say full name. Okay, you click full name. Then you click, you put gender. Okay, male or female. Okay, then you can click the rank if you want to. All right. So what you can do is that you send this form to the parents or to the members and ask them to fill it up. So once they fill it up, you have the Google Sheet like this. Okay, so you have the database on Google Sheet. So what you do is that you just download this Google Sheet. Once you have the exact same format as this one, you just download the Google Sheet. Okay. You just download the Google Sheet and upload it here. Okay, then upload it here. The Excel file uploaded has to be in Excel. It cannot be other format, it has to be in Excel. Okay, for those Apple user, sorry, you need to be in Excel. Okay, all right, can. Okay, so that is how you upload. So what you need to do is that you just do it one time only. And once they're in the system, it's already easy already. Okay, so once it's in the system, it's easy already. Then you can give the login to your member to fill in the other details. Okay, to fill in the other details like whether if so if the member resign and all that, you just put them inactive lah for now, because as I mentioned, we will have another column on the information of discharge or resign or things like that. Yeah. Oh yes, there is. I'm coming to that in a while. So there's other functions, other ways other than Excel. Okay, other than Excel. All right, so in terms of resign, then you just put it as inactive. Okay, just put it as inactive. All right, so far so good. Can So now coming to the point of, is there any other way rather than import? Let's say I have one officer, one member only. So there's something called the update database function. All right, so you go all the way down. How it is positioned is odd, so we are working on that as well to move it up. So here is actually an update database system. Okay, so it's a whole system of where you can update every single thing. So let's say you have 3 members who have just been promoted. You want to update their rank, okay? Then you don't want to update one by one because you just have 200 members. Okay, so what you can do is that you just tick, then you change the rank accordingly, then you update their rank. Okay, so just by doing that, their rank is updated already. So you just need to do one time every year when you promote them. Okay, as easy as that. Okay, so same thing with the awards. Same thing with the awards. You also can update their awards as well. So let's say Mark. Okay, I can select multiple awards as well. And I click the date. Let's say the award date is today lah. Okay. Then I can do that the same thing for everyone. Okay. Let's say Kelvin has been serving for 20 years. Let's say if officers, the date is also today. Okay. Let's say, all right. Then I can update sekaligus for everyone. Okay, I can update sekaligus for everyone. So the function here is actually for the purpose whereby you can update everyone in the company sekaligus. All right, so you can go by rank to filter, all right, or you can go so that you are able to see who and update. Okay, but you get what I mean in terms of using the rank to filters and all that to update everything sekaligus. So that is much easier. Yes, you have to tick first, meaning that you then tick their names. If you don't tick, the system doesn't recognize that as an update. All right, so you need to tick their names, put in the badges that you want. It can be multiple badges and the date that you award them with the badges. All right. So of course, if you give the badges in multiple dates, in different dates, then you have to do multiple times. But the idea is that you use this system on the go and not just 1 year, one time. So whenever you want to update their ranks or whether they have so-called promotion and giving award, you come in and update on the day itself. Then it will be very simple. Okay. So now coming to the add user. So you don't want to use Excel to update. That's fine. Okay. So the same function is here as well for those who want to centralize things. Okay. So the same button that you see just now is here as well. Okay. But other than that, there is something called add one single or multiple users for officers and members. So let's say along the year, you have one additional member, one additional officer. Okay, so you just add user. So it allows you to add up to 10 users at the same time. Okay, at the same time. All right. So of course, I can't give more than that because of system limitation. Our server currently is on the budget. Okay, so we cannot do too much. So what you do is that you just key in the name. Let's say George Ong, type member or officer. Okay, rank, male or female, Chinese, Christian, or then key in the email. So what you have here are all compulsory information. Okay, then you just follow the so-called instruction here. So you can just print screen or copy the text here. What I'll recommend to do is that you just copy the text here, copy, and send into the WhatsApp and tell your parents, hey, can you give me this information? All right, then you just key in here for the 10 members, then you add, then it will go directly into the system already. Personally, I prefer this system over the Excel system, all right? Because this will not have any discrepancy in terms of data, meaning that, let's say in the Excel, you type in Christian wrongly, Christian with a S, Christians, okay? Then the system doesn't recognize. So if you want to do a very perfect system, use this function here, okay? use this function here. So it will be easy. Okay, so if you notice that you are on the mobile, all right, if you're on the mobile, so if you're on the mobile, you are on the go, like what we do now, is that you can sometimes they say, oh, I can only see part of the table. So in the system, anything that is part of the table, sorry. Okay. So if you see there's a mobile version, same thing. The mobile will look as if it's very very limited. Okay, but you can scroll through over, then you can have the information ready. Okay, you see that. So this is mobile version. Okay. All right. So far so good. So play
Sorry, I
around.
think I have a question that I missed earlier. For juniors, I noticed that one of the compulsory fields is also the my card. But if they don't have a my card or my kit, is it compulsory now? I don't know what's the status.
It's compulsory now because we need the MyKit number as the unique identification number, because email can be duplicate. So if duplicate, then it's hard to log in for that.
Oh, but I mean, does every kit now get a my kit? Because last time it was optional, so I don't know whether currently.
As far as I know, it's compulsory already, right?
Josh, I
Every
want to
kid
add.
is born, it will given a my kid number
Oh,
once
okay.
they are
Good.
born.
Yeah, because last time it didn't have that. So thanks.
Yeah, my
Okay,
generation.
this one is regarding my kid. Yeah, let's say for
Yeah.
the case of adoption child, so the birth cert might be different than the original cert. So that's why I don't think we can use my kid for it.
Actually, the system builds in a way that as long as it's a MyKit or passport number, okay, and also we have foreigners, which is based on the passport number, that is readable. But in terms of if we have adoption, I'm not sure how you.
It's slightly different because they are a little bit different than the biological children.
Okay, what is the difference now? If I may know.
More or less like birth cert number, like for those who birth cert they have number SK something, and then for the adoption is a double N or double A, something like that.
Okay, I think I will find out more on that. Then we can put it as one of the information that is readable for the system. Yeah, thanks, Mr. Griffin, for that. Yeah. Okay, noted on that. We'll work on that as well. All right, so far so good. I need to jump to the next already. Give a thumbs up if you are almost clear, almost understand the system as far as membership is concerned. All right, so continue to play around with it. Then let me know if you have more questions, okay? Through email. All right, now going to the next function. Okay, next function, we are looking at squad management, okay? So let's go to squad management. So once you have your members database and all that there already, you are able to Joel one, I get back. I'm come back to you later. Yeah. All right. So squad management. So you can create squad. All right. So let's say you can create squad for your church platoon and your school platoon very differently as well. So you can do things like let's say SMK Alogaja. Okay, squad one. So the name is up to you to rename. To name their squad. All right, so you can split into platoon and squad very differently. Then same thing, you can assign them into the squad. So by clicking the squad, you click view squad details. So what you do is that you add squad member, Okay. Then everyone, including the officer, will be here for you to add. Okay. So let's say you want officer only members. About here also. Yeah. Okay. Then you search for the members. All right. So here you click. There are either a squad leader, assistant squad leader, or squad members. There can be only one squad leader in the squad, but there can be multiple assistant squad leader or squad members in the squad. All right. Then squad officers, it doesn't matter because it's just being a squad member only or squad officer per se. All right. So this is so you don't see that there is very detailed split function because we are not doing that in this system. So you only be able to select squad officer. So if it's an officer, it will become a squad officer. That's it. And the rule of the thumb is that one squad officer can be in multiple squads. One squad member can be in multiple squads as well. Reason being, the member can be in the church platoon and the school platoon at the same time. All right. So then it belongs to two squads. Okay. So what is the purpose of the squad system? All right. It is actually for the purpose of the parade attendance later on. Okay. So far so good for the squad management system. It's a fairly simple system. Okay. Right. So here are the squad information that you want to keep track of. Let's say the time this squad was created and who is the squad officer and squad name. You want to change the squad name per se. So that's where you change the squad information. Yeah, so you change, if it's changed yearly basis, you just come here and re-change them and reassign them into another squad. Very simple as that. Yeah, so this is where the squad management system is here, the purpose of. The reason why we didn't build it into the member profile system is because we have a centralized location to manage the squad itself. Okay, to manage the squad itself. Okay, so I'll go a bit fast now. All right, because we are running a bit out of time. And deactivate means, delete the squad. So once delete the squad, the member in the squad becomes squadless. So they won't delete the member. The squad just becomes squadless, right? All right, the inactive member still appears in the list. Okay, I think that's a bug there that we need to resolve. By right, the active member only shows in the squad itself. Okay. Besides that, anything else? If all good, we proceed to the next one. Thumbs up. Kenna? Thumbs up. So far, so good. Is the system able to support if all companies try to enter the parade attendance at the same time? Yes, I will say so far we don't have a system crash, unlike the Terra Cruise that we have on International Founders Day, because we are using Amazon servers. So Amazon servers, they can support for multiple traffics that comes in. So we are using a reputable server lah. It's not like your Malaysia local server and things like that. No, we are using the Amazon server. So the cost back end is slightly pricey, but it's for stability and security as well. All right. Okay. If everyone is okay, we move to the system that has to do with the squad management, which is the parade system. Okay. So the parade system, you click into the parade summary. So the parade summary is where you need to create the parade per se in order for the system to capture the attendance. Okay. The reason being that if you don't create the parades, we don't know when the parade is marked. All right. So you can create the parade beforehand, meaning that you create the parade throughout the year also can. All right. So you create the parade, just click create new parade. Then you can key in the dates, the time, location. So the good thing about this is that you can add in a Google Map link. The reason why is when the members log into their BBMS, they look at the parade information, they can click on the link to go where it is. Let's say the parents log in to the system also. It allows the parents to know, oh, actually where we are. So it doesn't necessarily need to limit to parade in the church ground. So let's say you have a parade in Crocodile Farm or Zoo Nagara per se. Then you can click, okay, the location this time around is in Zoo Nagara and where to go. Or the parade is in the officer's house. Okay, we have a hangout per se. So the parade doesn't limit to just parade only. It can be used also for meeting places and things like that. All right, but of course, we don't want to be too complex whereby any single small thing we also use this one per se because it takes attendance. All right, then the attire, you can put anything. This is just text. You can write anything here as well. Okay, you want their dress and all that, then you can key in the details. Like let's say, okay, guys, you have to bring what and what and what and what, and here, then you create the parade itself. Okay, so once you create the parade, right, there will be the one line of parade here. So if you see here, the location will be by a link. Then when you click, it will go to that Google location. So if you see here, right, I haven't keyed in the attendance. So because I only have one junior and one senior, all right. So then that is where we see that that is the person that is in the company itself. So once I key in here, let's say to do key in the parade, I just click key in. All right, then I find the officers of, let's say, squad alpha, squad beta, and squad gamma. All right, then they will show up here. Okay, the reason why it should not show up here is because it's taken already, and by right officer should show up as well. Okay, let's create a new parade. So you cannot delete the parade, but you can change the parade details if you mistakenly key in. Okay, let's say 28 from 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. Okay. Creation of parade programs can only be done by officers, yes, for now. Okay. So you can even key in the Zoom link here because it's a link function. All right. Let's say now we are using online. So let's say the address. Attendance, yes, NCO have access, or squad leader. We don't just put NCO, we put squad leader. So as long as the person is a squad leader, no matter what rank, he will have access to the attendance taking. Yeah, all right. So let's say must remember to prepare the Bible. Okay. Great. No, there can only be one squad leader, but can multiple assistant squad leader.
So can the assistant squad leader also mark attendance? Like let's say the squad leader is not present at the parade. Does it make sense for him to
correct
mark?
Yes, as long as it's squad leader and assistant squad leader, he can take attendance.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Okay, so let's say now I key in the attendance. You see there's the two member here, right? So the reason here is not compulsory. So let's say they are not attending, they have to have a reason. Okay, and you notice here the system that we use is that attendance will have 2 marks. Absent with reason, there will be 1 mark, and absent with no reason is 0 marks. Okay, so I'll explain more later in the attendance record. So if the member is here, then you just tick yes, log. All right. Okay, so same as squad robot, yes. Okay, so if you use a mobile, because you're on the parade face to face, mobile would be the similar thing as well. Okay, if you look at mobile, you just need to scroll over, click yes or no. Okay, you cannot click 2 at the same time, either one or no. If there's a reason, then so what we do now, okay, let's say here with wanna play game. Okay, then submit. All right. Okay. So now it will ask you confirm or not. All right. Okay. The point system, I'll leave it to you as a company to decide. But this is the standard system, point system that we propose here. Because of we don't want to have too many variations. Okay. But at the end of the day, it's up to the company to decide. Okay, let's say they leave early or they leave late. You can decide on to decide where they are. So if you notice here, I put in the attendance already. So you can view the attendance here. Okay, by viewing the parade. So you see who is attending. So Mark is attending here. Okay, his rank is wrong now. Or I just update his rank just now. Okay, so you will see who attends here. I think the rank is wrong already. It should be senior.
Sorry, since we are on that, can juniors and seniors be in the same squad? Does the system recognize it?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, because we know that many companies have mixed squad as well. All right. So here is where you can export your data of the parade and also how many people attended per parade. Okay. So when you export, right? Okay, let's say you export to okay, so then you open up the Excel. Okay, we are slightly over time. Everyone is okay with that? Okay, right. So let's aim to finish at 4:30. But I think it's better that we understand the whole system rather than rush through it. Yeah. Point calculation is up to you. All right. So when you export, right, you have Excel file, so you can change the Excel file as you want to have. All right. It's up to you to decide. Okay. So if you see the Excel file here, you will notice that it's about all the parades information. Okay, it's about all the parade information. All right, so you see that how many seniors, how many juniors, and how many officers attended that particular parade. Then you ask me, then it doesn't serve a purpose. So this one doesn't serve a very huge purpose. It's just for you to know at least in a year how many senior attended, how many parades and all that. Okay, but let's go to the attendance function. All right. Let's go to the attendance function. Okay. So here you see that your company has 2 parades already. So all the records of past years will be here. All right. Then the squad, so you can filter and all that. So the idea here is that if you notice, right, this particular member, okay, so here is where it shows the whole year by every member. Okay, so this member has attended 2 times. So this is point system. Okay, so if 2 point attendance is 2 points already. Okay, so you can export it all together. All right, so let's say if you want to use your own point system, then that is where you need to take note of the parade every time. Okay. But we recommend not to get too much of it. Why the point of Luke and because one didn't attend the parade, one attend the parade. Yeah, because just now I didn't. It's supposed I did for Mark, but it wasn't captured by the system. All right, so there's a bug there. If you notice, just now at the parade side, there's only 1 senior attending. Okay, so but here you are able to capture the system whereby the Excel, it shows the same thing as here. So the black color number is the total points that he is supposed to have. Then the green color number is the point that he attended. All right. Okay. Yeah. Okay, so yes, there is still bugs coming along. So you need to let me know the bugs. If not, I alone, I cannot test out the entire system. It took me 2-3 days just to go through the whole system from an officer and a member and admin side system testing itself. Yeah, so is there a function to record details from uniform inspection? No, not at the moment. There will be the BBMS 3.0. Okay, I understand that function, very interestingly function, but as of now, we are not diving into that because we let's use this function first and monetary wise as well. So developing a system is not cheap for that. Okay, how much this system was developed, you refer to the our BCM booklet lah, then you know already. All right. Okay, so attendance and parade is so far is like this. So far so good. If good, give a thumbs up. Okay, so far good. Okay, so there are a few bugs, yes. Please help me. If I can get your help, please help me key in the bugs into the chat so that I'll be able to download the chat as well, so that at least I can ask our programmer to work on it. Yeah. Okay, so now going on to the next function, which is the company events. Okay, so events for now, officers has attended the national events. Okay, so you guys have been through that. Then do you know actually you can create your own events as well? Companies are able to create a company level event and a state level event. Okay, so let's say I want to go have a beer, have a not beer party lah. Huh? Let's go yam cha. Okay, all right. Then you want to let's say this this Saturday lah. Huh? When the registration and the start date and the end date you can put there. So you start on the Saturday, end on the Saturday. Then registration there. Okay, must register on the Friday before it closes. Venue, let's say okay, where to go yam cha. April Mosa resort lah. Huh? Okay. Then category, that is where you choose either it can be a company level event. So if it's a company level event, only your company officers and members can see that. But if it's a state level event, anyone in the same state can see that. So it means that if you want to extend the invitation to the state, you can. Okay, so you can. So let's say I want to open up to the state. All right, then you must be asking where is first headquarters state is. Headquarters is currently located in the state of Selangor. Okay, so here is still something a bug here. So there's a payment here. You just put 000 because it must have something. Then you just keep in your description. Okay, bring your own wine. Okay, rules. No drink and drive. Okay, all right. Then you can click all states. All right. So once you click, or you say, maybe I just want to invite first client. Okay, lor. I mean, like, up to you lah. Huh? Okay, it's up to you. But you can only invite the company within your state itself. Okay, then you can create event. Oh, you need to choose an event photo. Okay, so once you choose an event photo, you can create the event. So anyone in your state are able to see the event itself. All right. So a joint parade for two companies. Yes, you can create
it's been
that.
answered. Thanks. Yeah. But
Okay.
I also have a question though. I remember a few years ago we attended an event between 4 companies and 2 were in Selangor, 2 were in KL. So if it's that kind of thing, then we have to create 2 events, one other KL side, one other
Exactly.
Selangor side. Is it?
Yes.
Okay.
So far, I wouldn't. I haven't put it cross-state because this system was built based on CMCO time as well on that one. Okay, so as an event organizer, so what you do is that now you can view the event. Okay, let's say the event I created here. Okay, so national event, I can't, I see what you guys see. Okay, because I'm a participant. But if the event is created by myself as the company, let's say this one, I can actually export the data of the participants. Okay, you can also have the payment function whereby when people upload the payment, you can see the payment summary here. And you can do attachment of any things you want them to download along the way. Let's say BNTS next year physically. All right. Then extra packages is whereby where they submit the extra packages, but I won't go into detail this yet. I'll do it in the next training itself. All right. Okay. So here the overall information. Then that is where you can export the information itself as well. Okay. Sorry, you are supposed to click the yellow button, not the green button. Yeah, I think even awards there you can invite everyone online. So the next function that we're going to do in this event system, we're going to upgrade it to whereby you can, once the member register, because as of now, you guys will receive an email, right? When you register. All right. So, but the email doesn't contain any information, but the event information only. Okay. So the next function that we're going to upgrade, hopefully, with the enough budget, is that the event, you can preset what the members will or officers will receive when they register for the event. Let's say a Zoom link. When they register, they will receive a Zoom link in their email already. Okay, so that as the event organizer, you click this one so that you can export the details. Okay, export the details. Can add in time? Yes, we can add in the time as well. All right. So here is where people submit the event participants. You will see that it's open to first cash queue only. But if it's open to all company in the state, all company names will show up here. Then what you can do is that you can view details and all that. And you're supposed to have an export function. Yeah, you can export the participants. Okay, once you export, then the details of the participants is in your hands. All right, so you see the convenience of it. When the company put in their members' details just one time only, they can register for members on and on already. All right, they don't need to rekey in the information every single time. Okay. But of course, your feedback is definitely greatly appreciated on that. So far, so good for events. All right, thumbs up. Okay. Now going to resources. All right.
Hi, sorry, one question for events. Can we mark who has paid and who hasn't, or
the system will mark itself. So in order for them to be marked as paid, they need to upload the payment proof of payment.
But so they can just upload anything, and then as long as they have marked that they have uploaded something.
No, so you will approve the payment or not.
Okay.
So let's go to the event again. So you go to the organizer action. Then you go to the payment summary. All right. So they will here be pending approval. So there will be a line of code here that you can select, okay, you want to approve or not. Then once you approve, it goes to the approved payment history. Okay, so you get what I mean? Can I? Right. So you will be able to see their attachment, the invoice that is generated by the system. All right. Then the amount that is being paid. Okay. Then the system will generate the receipt for you as well. You don't need to generate the receipt. Once you approve the payment, the receipt will be generated in their system. They just download the receipt, can already. Okay. The receipt is not very beautiful. It's just text only, but please bear with me for the moment and for now lah. Okay. But there will be a unique receipt number that is generated. Okay.
Okay. Sounds great.
Yep. Okay. All right, so now to the resources. Okay, those resources, do you know that besides nationally that can add resources, you can add resources as well. Okay, so but of course, it depends whether you want to share it to the world or you want to share it among your company. All right, so you can share among the stat level, or you can share among, if no stat level, then only share it to your own company itself. But for now, if you want to share it nationally, we do it through the different channels that we have. Let's say training has their training channel and all sorts. So for now, we're limiting only to the state level because we don't want too many things that comes into play. All right. And the other one is that I will ask that instead of uploading the attachment, use a Google Drive and put the link here. Reason being, our server is based on traffic or bandwidth. The payment that we do is by bandwidth. All right. So meaning that if someone upload 100 gigabyte file here, wow, this month's bill will be very high. But of course, don't worry, I put a failsafe whereby the maximum attachment is only 5 megabyte or 10 megabyte only, if I'm not wrong, all right, per file. Okay, so there is a failsafe there. Then you can make it visible to the officer or to the members itself, all right? But please refrain from uploading every single thing that you have, okay? So you will see that the category is empty. You can create your own category, all right? Let's say you want to categorize it as, so you can click add and edit category. You add more things than what it has here, all right? So this can only add to your own company. But the downside of it is that because you add the new category here, you will show up here, okay? You will have more categories in this area. So let's say you suddenly add 20 categories, then don't ask me why the thing is so thick, because you add 20 new categories on top of the categories that we have already. All right. So, but the purpose, we are still moving into consolidating categories, whereby if it's the same text, it will not show up double. You get what I mean? All right. So let's say you create an award category. Here has a award category already. It won't be doubled. All right. You won't have another awards here. All right. Okay. Clear? Can So resource is very simple, just simple as that. Okay, so you can ask your member to say, hey, I uploaded this, go to the BBMS and download the resources there. All right, very straight and simple. Okay, then moving on to the next one, which is the announcement. Okay, so the announcement, you see the portal, the dashboard that there is an announcement. So similarly to the members one, there is an announcement as well. So you can make an announcement for the members. So you create an announcement. The announcement is very straightforward. It's just text. Okay. There you can put link as well. All right. So announcement title, description is a short description what it is. Then you can put any link, any image here as well. Then announcement date, announcement time. Then you click publish. So on the member side of things, okay, you will notice that okay, let me. So if the member log in, right? So if the member log in, right? Let's say JD Mark. Okay. Let's say JD Mark. When the member log in. So the member log in, right? If you notice, the member's color is different than you. Member's color is red color. Okay, so the announcement will show up here as well. Then the parade information will show up here, the latest parade information. Okay, then same thing as they can view their squad, the NCO, the squad leader can take attendance as well here. All right, okay, so far so good. I will not go into the members one in detail. We'll do it another time per se. Now I just want to go to the officers one only. All right. Okay, so announcement is as simple as that. Okay, so now go to the FAQ. All right, frequent asked questions. So instead of you guys asking me, then I forget, did I shared this before or not? Let's try to use this centralized system whereby you can post Perhaps you should intro and remember to intro what we have on BBMS. Yes, so actually this training is a soft launch, so-called for who has come into, so you guys are the privileged one in terms of having an in-depth introduction of what the system is. Then I'll send a memo and an announcement to that. All right, so this system is recording as well. I'll share the recording in depth. All right, so you guys are the privileged one to see the system upfront, hands-on. Okay. Then now, so let's say there are two questions that has been asked. What is the process of dues waiver? Email me. Okay, simple as that. What is the last day of the submission? 31st. Okay, so if you don't know the answer, the answer should be here in the future. All right. So let's say you have a question that you want to ask. Submit a question. So once you submit a question, it will come to me. All right. Then I'll answer. Once it's answered, it will show up here. Okay. So eventually the FAQ will keep piling up. All right. So you can ask your questions, then select which category it is that has to do with, then submit. So you come to me, then I will answer it, then I'll put it inside. All right. Yes, question on BBMS will be here as well. So any questions that you have, except my personal question. All right. Like what are the girls that you like? Okay, that one we don't put it here. Okay. So as it fills up, so you will go, you will see that it's very little. So that's why you can see the whole page. But every page are able to show only 20 per list. Then eventually you are able to search, all right, what question there is or what answer there is, then it will show up here already. All right. Can? So far so good. Okay. Yep. All right. Personal question. Yeah, personal just spam my email. Okay. So far so good. Announced FAQ. So this FAQ, you can also, we will open it for members and officers as well. One of the officer in 10KK. Yep. Right. So the question, the answer, I can set it to officer and members, or members only, or officers only. All right. So there are some questions that you ask on behalf of your members, or your members ask, because in the members function account, they have this function as well. So they will ask question. All right. So let's say they say, where to buy the belt? Okay, then I'll put the question of where to buy the belt, buy from your officer. Okay, then in their FAQ, it will show up there. For officers, you will see what is for officers only. For members, they will see what is for members only. All right, so you get what I mean? Okay, so far so good. Can all right. Okay, so next, go to the important information. All right, we're coming almost to the end. So important information has nothing, has the most important information in BBMS or BBM per se. All right. Then which typo? Okay, you later print screen and let me know lah. I point it out. Okay, so now here are the most important informations that a company needs to know, especially for new companies, because like we are hoping that there will be new companies coming up in the near future. Okay. So company, then that is where the information it is. Let's say, where do I see my status overview? So besides looking at the system here, today we are not talking about the annual submission system yet because we are still testing it. You can see using the Google spreadsheet to say where is your status as of now. All right, you have submitted, but to our side, we may not have received it. Okay, so just to make sure we are on the same page, you click this link and you can check it out. All right, on it. Okay, so all right, so then there are other things like important contacts, like BB shop contacts. All right, instead of asking, hey, who is the BB shop person now? You can come here and find. All right, it's Miss Serena, the contact is here. Okay, then you can text them, you can WhatsApp them. They will not pick up their phone, as far as I know. You need to WhatsApp them. Okay, If they pick up your phone, I think you are maybe a good friend to theirs. All right. Okay. Then use bank details. What is the bank number? Is here. And founder's title submission. By the way, the founder's title submission has changed. It's no longer by email. It's through Google Form. Where's the Google Form? It's here. Special hour submission as well. All the special hour submission is here. Okay, do it through Google Form. I sent a memo on it already. Then because you can't keep track where are the links, right? All the links are in BBMS itself. Okay, so all the links are clickable. Yes, it's clickable. Yeah, it's clickable. So you don't need to copy and paste. You just click here, then you'll go already. Just that I think I need to amend whereby you need to go to new tab. So because you click here, it's the same window. I need to make it a new window per se. All right, thanks, Madam Janet. Okay, now coming to the last part, e-learning. All right, e-learning. So this is our latest function also that we are trying to explore. So e-learning is still not populated yet with function. Yes, primal. Yes, sorry for the typo. So primer is a very basic section. Yep. Okay. So as you see here, we hope that one day any new companies who doesn't know how to run a target award class officer who is totally new, who doesn't know how to run an award class, can ask their members to log in and come here to go to the e-learning session. All right. So what happens is like this. All right. So when the members log in, they'll see the similar thing. They click and come to this session. All right. So it goes by module. So each module is called the target syllabus. Then there is each topic. So there is one lesson for each topic. So the member, as a member, they click view. Okay, let's say they go to the first class, week 1, introduction. All right, so there's a link here that they will click to go to somewhere else to view a YouTube video or something. Then they will need to answer the reflection question. All right, then they'll type their answer here. My captain is JC, right? Jesus Christ. Okay, then what is the name of your officer? Mr. Joel, let's say. Okay, all right. Okay, then they click submit. All right, so once they click submit, you as an officer will see their submission. Okay, we'll see their submission here. So far, the e-learning module company cannot upload first. It's only national setting in the module as of now. Okay. But you can always share your resources if you want to with me. Then we can update the module. So the idea of this is from a national point of view. We so-called have a standard readily available target batch lesson for any new companies that can just adopt or start the parade right away without too much so-called learning curve, right? Okay, so when they submit, right, you will have something like this, their progress. Okay, their progress. Okay, so once they have progress, so let's say I try out with just now junior Mark. Okay, so he joined the program of the e-learning experience. So he submitted your list is, my list is same as yours. Yes, your list should be the same as mine. But what list are you referring to?
I think the current, because we're seeing the same thing that you are seeing. I think it's still in development phase, right? This module.
It's actually almost complete already.
Just because mine has phantom members showing up on the list, that's why I wasn't sure whether it's already
phantom members as in
there's a member here, Junior Mark, but he's not a member of my company, but he shows up on my e-learning.
Okay, then that is a bug. So you let me know. And yeah, so I think because of the submission. So like now I do a submission of this is my submission. So I'm doing something back end. So the junior mark has submitted progress. Okay. So on the officer side, I will be able to see a submission of what he has feedback to me. Okay. So I'll see here, there's a one waiting. So I acknowledge it, I can reject or approve it. Okay, if reject, he need to re-key in. So this is the function whereby at least I know what the member knows, or at least I know what he is talking about or what he's thinking about. So we'll put in very instructive reflection question or action for them to key in the remarks. So then at least for you as an officer, it's an open-ended question. So you will know the answer per se, or you're satisfied with the answer. If you're not, we reject, they will be able to resubmit again. If they approve, all right, then it will be approved. So what is the difference? So if you see here, right, as a member, I can only be pending. So once my officer approve me, then I can move on to the next module. Okay, then I can move on to the next module. All right. Okay, so the sequence is a bit off, as you notice, because the title is wrong. But once you notice that only when the officer approves the remark, then the member can only go to the next lesson. All right, so that's where the member cannot beforehand access everything. All right, so that's where the progression of lesson comes into play. We are still touching up a few things here and there. So once we populated it, the first trial run we want to do is with the Bible quiz next year. All right, so the Bible quiz information will be uploaded here. Then you can ask your member to go on their own pace. If the MCO COVID-19 virus doesn't want to die by March next year. Okay, so that is where you can utilize this system. All right, so far so good. So far so good. Give a thumbs up
Can
if
we
you are
export?
okay.
Oh, sorry. Is it possible
Export
to
the
export
result?
the results? Yeah, so that we can then keep track of what our members have done.
Not at the moment, but very good suggestion. So I think that's what we can do as well. Yeah. So you help me type into the chat if you can, to say that want to export. So same list as me in terms of what the syllabus or the members. The members, is it, Joel?
Yeah, we're seeing the same
Okay.
list of your members' progress.
In terms of the submission of the progress. Okay.
Progress, correct.
Yep. Okay.
But my list is
Alright,
different. It
I
only
think-
shows junior mark.
I'm seeing all lah. Yeah.
Never mind. Something's wrong somewhere. Okay. Those are the test data that we have. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So I think that's about it for now. So as a bonus, added bonus, you are here for so long already. There is something called a historical timeline. All right. I think this will interest some of you who are in the what we call history. Actually, there's something on our website called
Timeline.
the timeline. Okay, if you go to the front end website where the public is, you can see that there's actually a function that goes into the timeline. Okay, it shows BBM Malaysia's history per se. Okay, then you can check out your company history as well. So the data of the input here is from here. Okay, so this is just a few teaser for you, but it is not there to so-called what it serves purpose is that for you to keep track of your company history per se, so that one day if this BBMS is used for the next 20 years, at least you can find, hey, 20 years ago, where is first second KL was, or 10th Petaling Jaya was, or what has happened along the line. Okay, so I think that's about it for today. Any more questions for last round before we close? If no questions, then give a thumbs up to say that you're okay, that everything is clear. All right, so of course, please, really, we need your feedback. I need your feedback. Your feedback is very precious. Any bugs that you see, because one pairs of eyes is not as good as we have 42 pairs of eyes here and checking out the system. All right, do really, yep, Joel.
So I think to add on to that, if you notice on the bottom left side, there's one button called report bug. Can that be used?
So far, no.
Oh, okay.
Because there is a bug on the report bug system.
Okay.
Yeah,
so we'll just email you directly, right?
Just email me directly, because
Okay.
the info doesn't email to me when the report bug is done. Yeah. Yeah, so I think that's about it. You can also log into your members account to check out what their function is. Their primary function is the award and the e-learning system. That is their main highlight of their system. Okay, so we are also in the progress of doing out the mobile app. The mobile app doesn't have the full function that you have on desktop. Okay, but the mobile app has some key functions like taking attendance, all right, for you to easily take attendance. And we are hoping to move in the future with membership cards as well, and membership numbers, and whereby, imagine in Pesta, everyone has a membership card or e-membership card. You come in, when you check in as an organizer, you just need to scan their card, then the check-in already done with that. So I'm personally hoping that I can test it out in Pesta Kuching 2022. Then we see how it goes from there. All right. So I think that's about it. Any questions?
Sorry, I just thought of one thing that was in my mind. Just not sure if this was answered earlier or it was mentioned. When you create an event, right?
Yep.
Is there an option to take attendance for there from the event, or?
Yes, you can export in the participation list. You can export. So if you see here, let me quickly.
Was this mentioned before? Sorry.
I think it wasn't. Good
Okay.
to point it out.
Thank you.
So once people attend your event, you click the View Organizers function. Then there is an event participant. You can export the participant list. Okay, so everything has to do with the participants is in there already. Okay, so yeah, by company, by name, by contact number, emergency contact number, allergies, everything is inside there.
So in a sense, to track the attendance from our side, it'll be manually tracking attendance in that way.
In fact, currently, yes, manually tracking attendance.
Okay.
Correct.
But in the system, the everything they will say they've registered for this event.
Yeah, you cannot delete. Yeah, so after, yeah, you can download it and save it per se.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. Okay, in terms of Mr. Tony's question, can delete the event after create? No, because we don't want to come into a situation whereby we accidentally delete the event, then the whole participation list is gone. All right, so that's why we don't build in the delete button. Only admin side can delete for that event. Yeah.
So what is the other alternative if we want to cancel the event? What do we do?
You just change it to inactive.
Okay, right.
You just create it, or if you type in the wrong name, because all the details of the event can be amended. So you just amend the details accordingly. That's it. Yeah.
Okay. So if we don't want to program directly, we just make it as inactive.
Just making it active. Yes.
Okay.
Then you'll be okay already.
Hope that answers Tony's question. Right.
Yep. Okay. Can if nothing much, I think we'll conclude for the day. And let's take a group photo before we end. As always, turn on your video camera, and then let's take a group photo.
Probably this session should be at the start next time.
Yeah. Yep. Joel, can you help me to also screenshot just in case I didn't manage to screenshot? Yeah.
Can.
Okay. So turn on your videos. Hopefully we can do it in one page. Give it a smile. Ready? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. All right. Sorry, one more time. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Okay. All right. Thank you, guys. So, all right. So, let's close in a simple prayer before we close for the day, lah. Huh? All right. Or can I invite then Madam Tan? Is she here? Is she here? Oh, she's here. Yes. Yeah. Madam, is it okay that you close us in prayer before we end?
Okay. Let us pray. Our Father, Lord, we thank you, Lord, for this time that you enable all of us, Lord, to come together to learn more about our new system, the BBMS system, Lord. We pray, oh Lord, that this system will be beneficial to all of us moving forward as we moving into the new norm, oh Lord. And oh Lord, we pray that you continue to keep all of us safe and keep us. And thank you, Lord, for protecting all of us. Lord, we thank you for George for spending his this Sunday afternoon to educate all of us, Lord, in this BBMS. Lord, we pray that you thank you, Lord, for all the efforts that have put in to make this system possible. Lord, we commit all of us unto you. We pray all this in Jesus' most precious name. Amen.
Amen. Amen. Thank you, madam. All right. So thank you, guys. I'll see you guys in the next OTP, which is coming up next Sunday on ARP, which is the Duke of Edinburgh. So if you want to know how to use Duke of Edinburgh Award to run to attract more people to join your company, there is 2 sessions. One is English from 3 to 4 p.m. There's the Mandarin one from 3:30 to 4:30 p.m. All right. Then there's the learning, the lead learners leadership training program next Saturday for members and officers at 8:30 p.m. Talking about squad management. All right. So I'll be sharing on that as well. All right. So without further ado, thank you guys very much and have a blessed Sunday. All right. So I'll see you guys next time. You can stay on for fellowship if you want to. All right.